So here's a quick video I'm just doing of the new Ultimate Direction FKT vest. This is actually the vest that's developed by Bakwin from fastestknowntime.com. It's not to be confused with the Durek FKT vest. What I've done here as well is I've just laid out everything I've taken with me in this vest, which I would use for a fastest known time. And I've got a couple of long distance ones myself. So you can see just by looking at what I've got here, I've managed to get sleeping bag system, jacket, waterproofs, a thermarest tarp, head torch, sunglasses, power pack, water bottle, water purifier over there, trekking poles, everything into this vest, which is really great. So just to walk you through some of the features of this vest, it's kind of halfway between a race vest and a mini rucksack or a mini backpack. So if I start on the front, if you're not familiar with Ultimate Direction stuff, I just want to show you some of the features on the front. You've got your standard sort of chest straps here. You've got a larger zip pouch here for sunglasses, which is great. And then there's a smaller pouch here that's also zip, that's usually for a GPS tracker if you're doing a fastest known time, but you could keep anything else you fancied in there as well. The material itself on the bag is actually a little bit sturdier than some of the other vests that Ultimate Direction have. It's also a lot more waterproof. You can actually see I keep the bulk of my stuff in dry bags as a belt and braces even inside these bags, but when you're outside on a long run like a fastest known time, you're much more likely to get wet or rained on. There's a great bottle holder down here. There's a new shaped bottle here. So Peter's not a fan of the flexible hydrofast type bottles, and he's not a fan of the circular bottles, they dig into your chest. So there's a new shaped bottle here that fits much better against your chest and goes into that water pocket there, which Peter's much happier with, and that's a 600ml bottle, and it actually comes with the bag, which is great. On the other side here is what they call a little taco shell pocket. And that's great for your mobile phone, and this one is actually large enough even for my big mobile phone, which is great as well. I actually find some of the Ultimate Direction bags and vests, the pocket isn't big enough. The chest straps themselves have this T-bar system, so you can actually adjust where the cross straps go on your body. If I'm honest, I'm not a massive fan of these. I prefer the old system they used to have where you could just manually slide them up and down, and I actually find these T-bits can stick in a little bit on the back and down the bottom here. But anyway, the point is that they're adjustable, so you can have the straps at whatever height you want. There's also a little bit of bungee just there to give you a little bit of stretch across your chest. If you're long distance running, you tend to eat quite a lot of food and change layers quite a lot, and it's quite nice to have a bit of stretch and a bit of give. Some of the other features on the front, you've got some little pockets down the front for snacks and that kind of thing that can easily slide into here, so that's great. And then down here you can also adjust these side straps leading to the back, so you can adjust the height you want there as well. If I flip it around to the back, you've got a kind of mesh pouch on the outside to get stuff in and out of quickly. This is the sort of place where I would put my head torch and that kind of thing. And you've got some bungee zigzag here, so you could even get an additional jacket just on the outside of the bag, which is really useful. Another little feature which I really like is a little zip pocket on the side that you can actually reach. It's even got a little clip for your keys when you're out running, which is nice. And this one's a bit bigger than some of the other Ultimate Direction pouches on the side, so you've got plenty of room for things like charger packs, wallet, keys, that kind of thing. So that's really useful as well. It's got the obligatory ice axe or ice pick straps here, which I've never seen anyone ever use, so that's interesting. And then on top you've got it's a roll back, so the how you get into this pack is everything drops in from the top, goes inside, and you can actually see it's actually got some divisions inside as well. But when you're done with it, you can actually, when you've got everything in, you simply roll it up like that, and that means you can adjust the height and size of it by rolling it up or down. So you can, if you haven't got too much in, you can roll it up quite a lot. If you've got loads of stuff in, like I tend to carry, you can have it quite high. And then all you do to lock it off is there's a little clip here and a little clip here to just hold it down, and then you can just pull tight on the bungee to the side here just to tighten it all up. Interestingly, the design of it means there's almost like a bag within a bag here. This top section's great. it feels like you can sort of keep your waterproofs and your one layer on top here and have easy access to them without getting too much of a rummage into the main bag. So I really, really like that. That's quite a nice feature. It's super lightweight, weighs about 12 ounces. So this is not a heavy bag by any stretch of the imagination. It's an 18 litre capacity, which puts it almost into Marathon des Sables territory. And I'm going to go out on a whim and say that I could actually cope with this on a multi-day race if I was self-sleeping with a tarp and a sleeping bag with me, as long as I travelled pretty light. So there you go. Any gripes on it? I'm not a fan of these T-section things. I prefer the old style up and down. And I think they've missed a trick on the side here. Could have had another pocket with some zips on the side here, but that's just my personal preference. So there you go. So all in all, that gives you a really nice outline of the Ultimate Direction FKT vest that's been developed by Ultimate Direction and Peter Bakwin.